Hello everyone. Let's jump straight into the news. A powerful hurricane has struck South America. A terrifying frontal system has caused panic among the residents of the commune of Temuco in Chile. The wind became so intense that it ripped roofs off buildings, demolished structures, knocked people over, and in a truly apocalyptic symbol, destroyed a church. Eyewitnesses captured these scenes. In some footage, the wind is seen tearing the roof off an apartment building. Other videos show equal intensity. For instance, a window is blown out of its frame and crashes onto a passing car. According to meteorologists, wind gusts reached up to 95 kilometers per hour. It's no surprise that this was enough to tear down market stalls, move mobile homes, swing tower crane booms, and even topple one of them. Amazingly, and fortunately, there have been no reports of deaths or serious injuries.
Dios santo!
Let's now move to Europe, to France. While everyone is talking about the Olympics, the scandal at the opening ceremony, the foul-smelling Seine and the triathlon, President Macron has described the Paris Games as the face of France. However, what's being overlooked is the situation in the mountainous region in the west of the country. There, after heavy rain and thunderstorms, a severe flood has swept away an entire settlement. The bad weather caused flooding in Ajax. The torrents were so powerful that authorities decided to partially evacuate the population. This included some residents of the commune of Dampierre, where water levels rose to 2 meters. Overall, the entire Vosges department was put on orange alert for flooding on Friday morning. The floods affected 26 municipalities in total. In some areas, torrents destroyed house walls, and in others, they carried away vehicles. But fortunately, there seemed to be no casualties. The situation has somewhat stabilized, but residents are still advised to stay away from rivers and bridges and to avoid traveling on partially flooded roads.
Là, ce que vous voyez là, c'est la voie rapide. Ouais. Là, c'est le torrent. C'est le torrent.
And now for a bit of conspiracy talk. A creepy UFO has been filmed up close over Brazil. These shots are now on your screens. The unidentified flying objects were captured in the sky above Curitiba. In the video, you can see something resembling a vertically elongated flying saucer. Online debates are already heating up about what it could be. Some say it's a type of weather balloon. Others suggest it's a private drone. Meanwhile, others insist that the object is of extraterrestrial origin. Of course, there have been no official comments on this matter. Friends, what do you think was filmed over Brazil? Returning to natural disasters. Over 1 million people have been affected by heavy rains and flooding in central China. The main impact was on Hunan province. The direct economic damage from this disaster has been estimated at $860 million. According to Xinhua news agency, due to heavy rains caused by Typhoon Miami, 95,000 people had to be evacuated, with nearly 50,000 in urgent need of assistance. Over 100,000 hectares of farmland are underwater, with crops on 17,000 hectares completely destroyed. The situation is equally alarming in Heilongjiang province, where flooding has affected 29 towns to varying degrees, completely submerging residential homes and industrial warehouses. More than 9,000 villages have been evacuated due to emergencies, and thousands of houses and buildings have collapsed. What do you think is causing nature to strike China so hard this year? Share your thoughts in the comments.
勇士啊，勇士，对自己这么有信心。
And now let's return to Chile, where not only has a hurricane hit Temuco, but severe wildfires are also raging in the region of Catan. The fire is literally consuming the commune of Rio Hurtado. The situation is so dire that rescuers have had to urge authorities to urgently evacuate people from settlements like Vada de Morals and Morals. Reports indicate that the flames initially engulfed the upper reaches of the hills, and then, driven by the wind, moved down the slopes towards the villages. In several settlements, there is no electricity because the power lines have simply burned. Rescuers have not yet managed to contain the fire. It remains uncontrolled. Authorities are currently deciding how to reinforce the firefighting team.
Este es el puente que se estaba quemando. Ya lo apagamos, pero quedaron las unidades allá arriba.
Now let's move to Asia. Heavy rains have claimed the lives of at least 10 people in Delhi. In just 1 hour, over 100 millimeters of rain fell on the Indian capital region. Such intense rainfall led to flooding of homes and streets, forcing the emergency closure of schools and offices. Authorities also urged residents to stay home if possible. Traffic movement was nearly paralyzed, and the weather disruptions affected aviation, with some flights being rescheduled. Besides Delhi, the rains also hit the northern state of Himachal Pradesh, where at least one person has died and 28 are reported missing. The areas around the towns of Rampur and Taltohat have been severely flooded. Indian disaster response teams are currently conducting a large-scale search and rescue operation in the region. In the same country, but in the state of Kerala, the number of casualties from landslides is increasing daily. According to recent data, mudslides have claimed the lives of 330 people, with another 220 reported missing. According to the Times of India, the ongoing rains are severely complicating the rescue efforts. On Thursday, for instance, the rainfall was so intense that search operations had to be suspended. Authorities have already indicated that the death toll is likely to be significantly higher. The landslides in the mountainous Wayanad region occurred during the night on Tuesday while people were asleep, so many did not have time to evacuate. This is the worst disaster Kerala has faced, despite the state being one of the most popular tourist destinations in India. Now let's head to the mountains, which may lose not only their snowcaps but much more. Glaciers are melting catastrophically fast in the Andes in South America. According to the Mediovesti portal, the exposed rocks, covered by prehistoric ice, reveal that tropical glaciers have shrunk to their smallest size in over 11,700 years. Scientists from Boston College conclude that temperatures in the region have surpassed the levels last observed during the Holocene epoch, roughly 12,000 years ago. So what is the forecast from experts? It's generally not very optimistic. Glaciers will continue to melt and retreat as temperatures in the tropics rise. No one has yet proposed ways to significantly slow down this process. Share your thoughts in the comments. Peace and well-being to you and your families. And of course, take care of yourselves and our shared home, our planet.